Was it a UFO, or is there a more down-to-earth explanation for it? A strange sight. Red blinking lights could be seen across Morris County, New Jersey last night. What was it? Here's CBS 2's John Slattery.
This is what was seen last night between 8:30 and 9, photographed by the Hurley family in Whippany.
It was unsettling, for sure, just because you're watching something that you have no idea, you've never seen before, and very strange pattern.
11-year-old Kristen was the first to spot them, a group of 3 lights together and 2 lights together seen in the sky through the trees.
I looked up outside and I was really scared, and I just saw these 5 red lights.
The family went out onto their deck to look at the strange sight. Paul Hurley, a pilot who works at Morristown Airport, says they weren't planes.
I've been in the aviation industry for 20 years and I've never seen anything like this.
The Hurleys weren't the only ones to see the bright lights. At 8:28, the Hanover Township Police received the first of 7 911 calls.
I walked out of my house with these parachutes with these balloons with these 5 lights flying over that.
Paul Hurley, who called the Morristown Airport control tower, says the lights had also been spotted from there, yet they caused no interference with flight operations. Between those officials and the Morristown police, the best guess as to what the lights were, nothing more than a prank, roadside flares attached to helium balloons. Yet they left rather quickly.
It took off. It was very strange.
There's been no report of any debris recovered, and police don't know who released them. The FAA tells CBS 2 News, with the exception of laser lights and weather balloons, there is no regulation on releasing balloons or shining lights into the sky. John Slattery, CBS 2 News.
Now, adding to this UFO mystery, the Hanover Township Police asked Air Traffic Control to try to spot the objects on radar. They were not visible on radar, but those in the control tower, as John just reported, could see them. I love this story.
The mystery continues.
Yeah.
¿Cómo está? Ahora sí vomita.
Sí.
Our Instant Index tonight adds a new video to our X-Files. UFO? Watch the sky and decide for yourself. Here it comes, a glowing orb shooting over the mountaintop on a collision course with a town in Iceland. It is stirring up a debate among true believers. Tonight, a lot of people studying the tape, slowing it down. Some of them guess it's in fact a meteor or a drone. And somewhere the truth is out there.
Biologists are trying to unravel a mystery in northeastern New Mexico. More than 100 elk found dead on a ranch about 20 miles north of Las Vegas. The news comes as a shock to game and fish investigators and to hunters just days away from hunting season. News 13's Tina Jensen has the story.
Sky News 13 flying over a gruesome discovery on the sprawling 75,000-acre Buena Vista Ranch near Mora. A massive die-off of more than 100 elk within 1 square mile. The elk weren't shot, so Game and Fish is investigating just what caused the deaths, which seemed to happen overnight. Their top suspicion? Something called epizootic hemorrhagic disease. The often fatal disease is caused by insect bites.
An elk could get a fever. It's usually a pretty fast illness, and up to 8 to 36 hours later, the animals go into shock and then they die.
This is the time of year when it strikes most. When it's hot and elk herds stick together near water.
It is more common when it's been very hot. The gnats live in areas with standing water.
With elk bow hunting season starting on Sunday, some guided expeditions in the area may be called off. If it is EHD, Game and Fish says it's not contagious to humans, and it's not spread from animal to animal. Elk and deer get it from insect bites, which would be good news for bears in the area who are already conducting their own hunt as nature takes its course. Tina Jensen, KRQE News 13.
Game and Fish say no other die-offs of elk have been reported in New Mexico so far this year. They say hunters should avoid harvesting elk that appear sick and to call and report anything unusual.
I was taking a look at tower cam and see that thing in the middle of the screen? It's kind of shaped like a half diamond, changing into several different colors, not going anywhere. And that, I can tell you, is way off the ground. That is a very interesting shot. I'd love to know what that thing is. It's just... Look at that. That's our friend we've been watching all morning. This kind of almost looks like a weather balloon, really, but they don't put strobes in those. But let's zoom out here, give you an idea of how far away that is. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And there you are. If you can move the camera down a little bit to see the horizon, but you can see that thing is very far away in the upper atmosphere. It's slowly drifting off to the up and right, which means I think it is part of whatever is out there in space, and I think light is just being refracted through the dome over our camera, but interesting nonetheless.
Well, it is not a flying saucer or E.T. on a bicycle, but no one's quite sure what it is.
We first told you about a strange object we saw from our tower cam last Wednesday. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Jen Shantz takes a deeper look in tonight's follow-up. Jen?
That's right, Rod. We've thrown around a flying lantern, a hot air balloon, Jupiter, or even an aircraft, but so far nothing's added up. Just before 6 a.m. on September 4th, KLKN's HD Tower Cam 8 gave Channel 8's morning meteorologist Sean McMullen a less than normal view.
I've never seen anything like this before. I even say that several times while I'm on air describing the object. Because I want to let people know that, you know, even I don't know what this is, so I can't exactly tell you what it is.
The triangular-shaped flashing object appears to be floating above the capital city. By the time the sun comes up, we can't see it anymore. McMullen says it was visible for about 45 minutes. A Channel 8 viewer captured similar footage.
It's an unidentified object. We don't know whether it was flying, floating, what it is.
Rich Webb has been investigating UFO sightings for 8 years. Both he and fellow UFO enthusiast Scott Colburn say our tower cam footage is curious. They say another description of a triangular-shaped object was seen that morning, a couple hours earlier, in Lee's Summit, Missouri, just outside Kansas City.
That's very interesting. I'm wondering if we could connect the two lines and maybe find out an approximate location of where this thing was.
According to FAA officials, no suspicious activity was reported on September 4th. But until we learn more, we'll keep digging.
You know, if I'm going to have a UFO experience on air, then yeah, then I'm gonna take you with me.
Now, I just spoke with Professor Timothy Gay from UNL's physics department. He says he can guarantee that extraterrestrials do not exist and suspects our tower cam footage was a government aircraft of some sort or a reflection of our lens. But if you have any predictions or photos, send them our way. Just click on our Facebook page. Sean has already posted some information.
Yeah, the mystery continues.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Everyone's got an opinion.
Look at that.
You know what, Larry?
What? Oh, look at it. Split up.
Oh my gosh. What the heck is that?
Oh, that is just weird.
What is that? Look, they joined.
Oh my gosh.
You get this on camera?
Oh yes.
I'm glad you guys have seen this. I think I'd be going.
Oh my god, but look, it's like floating. This is like stuff that they show in the UFO stuff.
Yeah.
And I believe in all of that. Oh my god, look how it's just floating.
That's weird how it was one ball and that split into three.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
But look how it's just floating.
But then look, it goes to, they kind of gravitate towards each other.
Oh my god. Angelina, are you watching this?
Yeah. They're almost leaving now. Oh, one more now.
Oh my gosh.
Two. Okay, that was just weird.
Drew, turn your lights off. Drew, turn your lights off. Okay, there's 3 big-ass lights in the sky right now. They're just floating. They're not moving. They're not doing shit. They're just posting. Dude, I wish you can see it better. Can you see it really good on your phone, Brian? No, dude, I can't see nothing. You can see, like, faint lights on my phone.
Get closer to it.
Yeah, we better.
Here, over here.
Well, not just, we should get in the car. All 3 of them?
Yep.
Oh my god, alien!
We just got off the freeway at 74 South in Lake Elsinore, California. These lights that just fucking disappeared into the fog. But I know I got them on tape.
Maintain friendships, enhancing the friendships they have. I'm very immersed in it, so is my 14-year-old daughter, Facebook and Twitter, and that's the way that we stay connected with extended family far away. I think it's a great way
now,
to
I don't like
enhance
this word
relationships.
empower. I just think that's one of these like dopey words that people would throw around. But again, I don't go on Facebook. I don't know what your people are doing. How does it empower somebody to go on it? Say you're 13, you go on to Facebook. How does that empower the 13-year-old?
Well, first of all, so many kids are almost shut-ins nowadays. Remember, in our day, when we wanted to go have a play date, we'd walk out the door and go knock on somebody else's door. Today, you've got to arrange it through the mother. Somebody's got to drive you. It's got to be a play date. Well, now you can get a group of kids who can be talking online, exchanging homework information, and feeling connected to the school culture. And not just for adolescents.
I see all those points.
Esto fumando un triángulo.
Son 3.
Gigante. Josefa, cuidado. Oh, la weá brígida, weón, la cagó, ¿cierto?
Impresionante.
¿Pero qué será esa weá?
Es impresionante. Esto me mató.
Eso es una nave gigante, weón, mira.
Mira cómo se unieron ahora, ¿cacho?
Sí, cacho. Sí, estoy grabando toda la weá. No, cuidado con tu pelo. ¿A cuánto está hoy día? Oh, son 4 media, ¿cuánto se separan? Son 4 9.
Mi viejo Beto se muere. Oh. ¿Estás grabando?
Sí. Oh, no.
Oh, es impresionante.
Madre, la weá acuática.
Escúchame, ¿por qué no me hablar el vecino arriba?
No, tranquilo, aquí de aquí no. Por eso estos weá vienen para acá, weón.
Silba, silba.
Mi amor, mira calla. ¿Cómo tan lentita, weón? ¿Hay gente viniendo?
No sé si.
Oh, ahora está acuática esa weá. ¿Cachai la weá que sea en el cielo? Mira. ¿Qué weá esas weas no son aviones, weón? Mira esas dos como están ahí, mira.
Ellos están grabando.
¿Abajo?
Están grabando.
¿A dónde?
Allá donde se los hombres.
Cuática la weá. Ya, y ahora ahí nomás, ¿para qué dice que tiene? Escucha, mira, oh, son 4 naves, cuidado, pues mira, 1, 2, 3. No, esta weá está superando todos los márgenes, ¿sí o no? Y dice, ¿qué hace ahí arriba, weón?
Brígido.
Puta la cámara, cuidado.
Llamar a mi papá.
Andan en mala. ¿Cacha apareció otra más? Oh, andan como 5. Mira, Josefa.
esa weá sonó, pero con cuatro.
Son Foo Fighters, ¿sí ven esa weá? Foo Fighters. Mira, cacho, mira, cacho, mira, cacho, mira, 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 mira.
Mira cómo se unen.
Oh. Son caletas, mira, 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 son caletas, weón, mira, cacho, ¿cómo hacen un círculo? ¿Total lo que me ir en internet o no?
Sí.
¿Está grabando abajo así?
Sí.
Mira cómo hacen. Oh, mira, mira, mira. Oh, son muchos, weón.
Continúa los funerales. Familiares y amigos se despidieron de James McNulty, de 6 años, fanático de los juegos electrónicos y deportivos, pero no de la ropa con manga o pantalones.
Mira, hay una gigante y alrededor hay más chicas.
Puta, ¿por qué se desenfoca la weá?
Je veux revoir les petits bouts là. Attends, laisse-moi. Ça fait une séparation au milieu. Regarde comment que ça fait.
C'est une navette?
Recule.
Our breaking news continues on KCAL 9 News at 10. A mysterious burning object lights up the night sky in Southern California. It appears to fall to Earth, but what was it?
Yeah, people from the coast to the OC to the Inland Empire, the mountains, the deserts, and all the way to Vegas and Phoenix saw this thing. Our Dave Bryan is live in the newsroom with the very latest. Dave, what are people saying?
Well, Sharon, there's still no confirmation what that object was, but as we first reported at the top of the newscast, Vandenberg Air Force Base told us the mystery object was not a satellite falling to Earth or any kind of space junk. Whatever it was, many people saw it, including these viewers from Glendora.
I'm recording it.
Helicopters don't fly that way.
Nothing flies that way, guys. I got it on tape.
Not that fast.
We've heard tonight from viewers who watched that object streak across the sky in Murrieta, Paris, Irvine, Ontario, Riverside, Lake Forest, Corona, and San Clemente. The Federal Aviation Administration and the CHP saw it too. They contacted the National Weather Service, and so did we. And we talked live with Kurt Kaplan of the agency's Oxnard office earlier on KCAL 9.
And it really does sound like, from all the reports coming in, that it probably was an isolated type of meteor. I witnessed, not this one, but years ago, where they do change colors through the sky, and they're a little slower than an actual shooting star. So it sounds like that's what we're dealing with here.
Well, whatever we're dealing with, it certainly got everyone's attention, and our newsroom's been flooded with emails from witnesses who saw that object streaking across the night sky. People describing it as a bright light. Some say it looked like a falling star. Others say it looked like a red comet with a green light around it. Thanks to everyone who wrote us on a night like this. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Evelyn. We have more developing news tonight. Numerous police agencies are getting reports from callers who witnessed something mysterious falling from the sky.
Yeah, and joining us in the newsroom now with more on this is KCAL 9's Lena Nguyen. What have you been hearing and what have you been seeing about this?
Well, Rick and Sharon, you know, we first got the call from a tipster who we hear from and depend on for several stories out in the Inland Empire. And as soon as we put it out there to our street team members, telling you to email us any video or write us if you've seen anything, and we've been flooded with responses. Let me just read some of them. This is Jeff writing from La Puente. At around 7:40 p.m., I pulled into my driveway in Corona, and my next door neighbor was standing on his driveway, and I was turned talking to him facing east, and a very large green object began shooting across the sky. As it appeared to get closer to Earth, it turned orange, red, and then appeared to break up into smaller objects, unlike any shooting star I've ever seen. Now from Riverside, Ed says, I and my family witnessed the meteor or object that has landed. It was large and green with sparks that were flying all around it. We were on top of a hill in Riverside, California. Mary and Brian from Irvine. So this is really a large area that we're hearing from. They write, we were sitting on our terrace and a very large fiery object was falling from the sky. We saw colors of green, red, and yellow. It appeared quite large. Fell behind one of the foothills as we were looking southeast from the Turtle Rock area in Irvine. I shouted, it's a falling star, but as we watched, my husband said it's way too large to be a falling star, so maybe a meteorite, even a small plane, they thought as they were watching that. Tony is writing us. He lives in a rural area east of Riverside County, says that he saw the object. It started out white, then turned to green. And he says, I thought it was a plane going down at first and then realized it was just space junk of some sort, and it landed about 10 miles from his house. We've got Christine from Marietta also writing us. I was just returning home and was backing into my garage when I looked up towards the east, southeast, and saw a falling object pretty low in the sky. Yellow star-shaped light seemed to get bright and then burn out as it got pretty close to the horizon. So if you happen to see it and capture it on video or pictures, please send it in to streetteam@cbs.com. We'll get it on the air as soon as we get any. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Lena, and just to let you know that the FAA has been getting a lot of phone calls about this from a lot of people who have seen this shoot through the sky, but apparently they're not reporting anything official right now. So we're going to keep you posted on what that streak in the sky is.
We'll keep working the story for you.
Yeah.
So keep it tuned here to KCAL 9 News.
Object in the sky.
Yeah. Well, Lena Nguyen's in the newsroom now. Yeah. We've been getting, certainly you have been calling us, our viewers, and sending us emails, and Lena's got a few to share with us.
Yeah, I sure do. In fact, let me show you a list of some of the cities that we've been getting emails from. People living in these areas have reported seeing the strange light in the sky. We've received emails from people in Marietta, Paris, Irvine, Ontario, Riverside, Lake Forest, Corona, San Clemente. But even after we made that graphic for you, we've gotten other responses from people in other places. So really the area is really widening on the number of people who've seen this object. This person, Alejandra, is from Coachella, and she writes, I was outside when I saw a falling object extremely close. It seems to have fallen in Coachella or Mecca. And shortly after the crash, another craft of the same type flew so fast and made such sharp, quick turns, it was uncanny. It had flashing lights and looked like it was spinning. That was from Coachella. From Apple Valley, Katie writes, I saw the object in the sky tonight. I was looking southeast from Apple Valley. When I looked, it was a glowing green object that flew across in a circular motion and then disappeared behind the mountain. Donovan writes to us from Needles. We saw the green light in the sky in Mojave Valley, Arizona, looking towards the south of us, Needles, California, a bright green light falling from the sky. So really, a lot of people saw this. Now, if you have any pictures of it or any video of it, we would love to see it and share it with our viewers. So email them to streetteam@cbs.com, and we'll share more emails and photos or pictures, hopefully, if we get them. Back to you guys.
The plot thickens.
Right, video would be good, so send them in.
Mark Rubin's first thought was take pictures, and the Bayport man was able to snap 2 of them, capturing something he saw falling from the sky near his home on Monday.
This thing, I had absolutely no idea what it was. It had this little curly-Q tail at the top and was coming straight down at a 90-degree angle.
Rubin had been riding his bike to a local supermarket when he saw the plunging white ball over nearby Patchogue or Sayville. At about the same time, Suffolk police received at least one 911 call from someone else about a possible plane down in Shirley. Police quickly dispatched a helicopter and squad cars, but their worst fears were unfounded.
We did a thorough search on the ground and from the air. We were looking for some type of crash or some type of debris. We did not find anything.
A spokesman for the Federal Aviation Administration says there were no reports of any planes in trouble or any other issues in the sky on Monday. Still, the agency plans to send investigators to talk to Rubin and look at his pictures.
I knew it wasn't an unidentified flying object. I called it an unidentified falling object.
Despite Rubin's unanswered questions, police believe what fell from the sky was no real mystery at all.
They reached out to some pilots who work in the police department, and it's their belief that this may be some type of model rocket or possibly some type of flare.
A sight that certainly lit up some imaginations, whatever it was. Greg Sergel, News 4 New York.
A fire in the sky was spotted all around the Portland area this morning. Take a look at these. The snapshots are pretty amazing. You can see a ball of flames and a smoky trail. The helicopter photographer at our sister station, K2, got a good shot of the aftermath. Looked like a black corkscrew in the sky. So what was it? According to the U.S. Strategic Command, no man-made objects re-entered the atmosphere in that area this morning. Some experts believe it was a meteorite that exploded several miles up. We know this, it certainly went out with a bang, didn't it?
People heading to work today in Portland snapped pictures of a strange fireball in the sky. Take a look at these viewer photos. This happened right around sunrise. You can see flames and a smoky trail in the sky. Scientists think this was a meteor that traveled from west to east and exploded somewhere over the Rose City.
Blowing up on social media. Heck, even the network was calling us and asking us about this, a UFO that we spotted near Mount Hood this morning. So we sent K2's meteorologist Mary Lose out to try and solve this mystery in the sky.
It was about 6:24 this morning. Jet 2 was flying near Mount Hood, and something caught photojournalist Mike Warner's eye.
What is that you're zoomed in on?
He zooms in for a closer look. It didn't look like a cloud with that corkscrew formation. And Mike wasn't the only one who saw it. We started getting photos on Twitter and Facebook, so we took those to the experts. An email response from the U.S. Strategic Command in Omaha, Nebraska rules out one option. We are currently not tracking any re-entries for your area this morning. Amongst other missions, we predict re-entry of man-made objects which are returning to Earth. This calendar year, there have been almost 300 re-entries of objects. Not a man-made object. How about a meteor? Jim Todd at OMSI is pretty sure it was something like this.
This particular one survived all the way down to the ground.
Yeah.
So this would be an example of what could be the end result. But today, it looked like it exploded several miles up.
While none of this meteor may have actually survived to land on Earth, it certainly went out with a bang. Mary Lose, K2 News.
Okay, so just when she thought the mystery was solved, Mary received a late call from the Cascadia Meteorite Lab at Portland State. Their expert thinks it may not be a mystery at all, but merely a trick of the light. So the jury is still out, and other theories are welcome.
Straight UFO. There it is. There's a straight UFO in the sky right now. Just hovering. Dude, what is that? Zoom out. It's just chilling right over the apartments right now. What is that? It's a straight up fucking UFO or something. DARPA out here testing some shit. That is craziness. What is that?
A lot of you got in touch with us asking about some strange lights in the sky last night. Well, there is no alien invasion to report. KIMA looked into it for you and found that a lot of you were also getting in touch with the UFO Center. Calls came in from Yakima, Zilla, and Sunnyside. Well, we got answers from the Yakima Training Center. The center says the lights were coming from some military exercises. People say it looked pretty odd.
Oh, there was a lot of people. The whole block was outside, lined up, you know, outside, like, you know, nobody, at first everyone was kind of just had the same kind of reaction. Oh, no way, no, it's this, that.
The Yakima Training Center says the lights were either coming from illumination rounds or military beacons that can reflect light when it's foggy.